A very good afternoon to you. A very different feel out there today. Finally, the colder air gives way, feeling much milder for many of us, but turning increasingly blustery with outbreaks of rain. This is the earlier satellite and radar picture. An awful lot of grey sky, disappointingly gloomy out there. Showery outbreaks already across many northern and eastern counties. And steadier rain waiting in the wings in the west will make it some headway into many locations as the afternoon wears on. Several hours of pouring rain to come. Lots of surface water and spray on the roads if you're having to travel. Quite blustery winds associated with this rainfall, so thoroughly unpleasant. Staying very mild in the west. For the rest of us, after a chilly start, temperatures tend to recover, nowhere near as cold as it has been. And clearer skies into Northern Ireland later. For the rest of us, a good deal of murky low cloud and rain only moving slowly away from the east through this evening and tonight. Behind this, moisture left in the air, misty low cloud into a new day, lively downpours into the west, and nowhere near as cold as recent nights. Evening to you. A very different feel as we approach the end of the week. The cold air we had to start the month finally gives way. Much milder for many of us, but staying quite breezy, quite blustery, with scattered showers in the next 24 hours. We've got systems rolling their way in from the west as we approach the end of the week. Showers and longer downpours, quite brisk, at times gusty winds, particularly across the north and the west. And as you can see, milder air returns to our weather map, the colder air restricted to northern and eastern Europe. As for the next few hours, very wet end of the day across parts of eastern Britain. That rain taking its time to ease. And behind this, prime conditions with the moisture in the air for some misty low cloud and some hill fog to form. Quite a grey, murky start to the day across eastern counties. Here, feeling quite chilly, but nowhere near as cold as recent nights, certainly frost-free. Further west, well, lively, blustery downpours from the word go, quite brisk winds as we start the new day. The misty low cloud will tend to slowly lift from the east and here cheering up quite nicely into tomorrow. Some limited low weak winter sunshine. Further west, a very different story. Brisk winds staying quite blustery with showers and longer downpours, a bit of a deluge in places, and any standing water will give awful conditions if you're having to travel. Here, double figures return to our weather map, so feeling a little milder across the south and the west. Elsewhere here too, nowhere near as chilly as it has been of late. Into the weekend, another batch of windy wet weather working its way from west to east. Ahead of this, misty low cloud for parts of Scotland. Behind this, clearer skies and staying quite blustery with the brighter conditions. See you soon. Good evening to you. A very different feel as we end the week. The cold air we had to start the month finally gives way. Much milder for many of us. Misty low cloud and hill fog develops tonight, and then breezy with blustery showers as we end the week. The rain easing from eastern counties in the next few hours. The moisture left in the air will mean prime conditions for misty low cloud and hill fog to form. Quite a murky grey start to the day across those eastern spots. Here staying quite chilly, but nowhere near as cold as recent nights. Certainly frost-free. Further west, a different scene into the new day. Here, brisk winds and blustery showers from the word go. And into the new day, once that misty low cloud lifts from the east, and it could well be a slow old process, things will tend to cheer up. Some low weak winter sunshine here. Further west, staying quite windy and wet. Blustery winds all day, outbreaks of rain, a bit of a deluge in places, a little milder across the south and the west. And for all of us, temperatures doing way better than of late.